All right, now we go to Abramoff. He's in jail. He's sending letters to people, and he sends to loved ones. Dear friends, he writes, I am confident that ultimately the turmoil will subside and we will have our lives back. One day, God willing, we will know why all this had to happen. In the meantime, we soldier on, bolstered in no small measure by your friendship. Well, see, Jack, why this had to happen was because you stole money and you paid off corrupt Republican congressmen. That's why. No. Gee, I wonder why it had to happen. Why it had to happen. It had to happen because you stole the money. And what I love is that he doesn't even write out God.
That's what I was going to ask. Why does he write it out? He writes capital G-D. Because
in the Jewish religion, you're not supposed to refer to God, according to some interpretations of it. And he's Dave. Is he? Do you know if he's Orthodox or conservative? I think he's Orthodox.
I think he's Orthodox.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're not quite sure?
And whatever he claims may not be true anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Whatever he claims might not be true. So I think he's Orthodox, and so here he doesn't spell out God. I love that. This guy stole millions of dollars. He's in a federal penitentiary, but he doesn't want to spell out God. Okay? Because that's his biggest problem. Spelling out God is your biggest problem. You know what might have offended God a little bit more? Stealing everybody's money and corrupting all those congressmen. All right, and he says in closing, I hope that we will have a chance to be together after all of this is over. This nightmare has gone on for almost 3 years so far, and I expect we're not even halfway through. Well, actually, we know that because your sentence is for at least 7.5 years. You've only served 3, so there's a lot more to come. But we suspect that your sentence is going to be far longer, actually. I have learned more lessons in the past 3 years than I have my whole life. Yeah, like maybe you shouldn't have stolen all that money, and you wouldn't have wound up in a federal penitentiary. And I'm hoping that my family and I can see the good in God's plan for us during these times and gain strength from it. I hope that He blesses you in all your endeavors and keeps you and your family safe. Yours faithfully, Jack Abramoff.
Snuggles.
I hope I can see the good in God's plan. Dude, it wasn't God's plan. It was your plan to steal the money and to corrupt the congressmen and to buy them off and have them wind up in jail, too. And I love how all these guys, they pretend to be religious, but then when they get caught, no, it wasn't me. It was God's plan. I mean G''D's plan. I can't even spell it out because I'm so righteous that I'm writing this from a federal penitentiary after they caught me stealing millions of dollars. Let alone, by the way, in a separate case, the guy who wound up dead that they bought some cruise ship from because, Abramoff's partner apparently whacked him. But no, I can't spell out God. That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem with morality Jack Abramoff has.
My favorite part of the email was him forgiving ahead of time all his friends and family for not trying to communicate with him in any way, shape, or form, whether it be mail, phone calls, or visits. He understands that if nobody wants to write him a letter or call him on the phone, or come visit him, he understands.
Jill,
and he'll be there when he gets released.
Jill, that's such a good catch. I didn't catch that. And the reason is, nobody's written him because they don't want anything to do with him.
Exactly. He's abandoned by all his friends.
Yeah, he's like, but thank you. Thank you for being so considerate as to not have written me because I'm a pariah and known as a universally loathed human being.
But don't worry, we'll post his mailing address in the penitentiary on theyoungturks.com so you can send him letters.
Let me read
about how much you miss him.
Let me read that address for you real quick in case you can't make it to the website. FPC and then P.O. Box 1300, Cumberland, Maryland 21501. Write to Jack Abramoff at FPC P.O. Box 1300, Cumberland, Maryland 21501. And tell him how you really feel about his G/D's plan for him.